What's going on, everyone? In this video, we're going to be doing the weekly recap of the stocked up trading floor. The market had a little bit of a slower week this week due to the holiday, as the market was closed for one day and it closed early for another. So it's definitely a shorter week, but we did see some pretty interesting price action, especially on Friday, where we saw the market make a lower high and sell off in a pretty in a way that is different than what we've seen recently. We'll put it that way, especially with big tech stocks. And what this is ultimately making for is a more volatile, stronger market environment where we are going to see bigger moves in both directions. This is something that we haven't really seen in too long, especially some real like downside volatility specifically. But either way, jumping right into this week's recap, we could see looking at the high risk scalp plays over the past few days. Friday, there wasn't anything like too crazy that happened. Google, Microsoft, and Robinhood had some pretty good moving put options, but again, nothing like too insane. Of course, there were some options that didn't really move up by as much as well, and there were a handful of options that moved up in a respectable way. So that was good to see. Again, nothing too insane on Friday. I would say most of the real action happened on Thursday with some of the small cap stocks like SOUN, RGTI, and LUNR moving the way they did. Those options popped up by anywhere from 145% to 369%, which was awesome to see. Of course, there were a handful of other stocks that had great moves as well, as we could see by looking at the recap, and of course, some setups that did not move, so that's worth considering as well. Overall, we are entering a period of increasing volatility, which has generally a lot of benefits for short-term traders. When you have volatility increase, you see bigger, stronger moves in both directions. This not only makes the intraday options movement just more explosive and bigger, but it also brings upon pretty good opportunities in a longer-term sense. When we look at the volatility index, we can see that whenever we have periods of increasing volatility, not only are they, just like crazy market scenarios where there's a lot of, money changing at a rapid pace, but also it's during those times where a lot of the best long-term buying opportunities come up. Whenever you look throughout history and you look at the periods of the most amount of volatility or, just the craziest movement is oftentimes when, you look back on the charts and really wish you bought at those times. Of course, the COVID crash is a great example, but it's also a very extreme one. But there are many other examples of varying intensities throughout history. But either way, it's nice to see volatility on the rise. Looking at some of the theta trades that expired this week, we could see that most of the options expired for max profit, which is great to see. For the options that expired in the money, which would be Penn and Celsius, assuming that these stocks are ones that you're fine holding, then it's definitely a good situation to be in. Selling put options has many benefits when done correctly. Basically, you get paid to buy stocks you'd be otherwise happy to own at prices you'd be happy to own them at. Doing this over the long term does not only give an edge due to the options being theoretically more expensive than they should be, but it also puts you in good positions where in the worst case scenario where you if you quote unquote lost on the trade, you quite literally just get assigned shares of a stock that you like at a price you like and that you're willing to own for the long term anyways, and it just makes the whole situation a win-win, which is why Tom and I have been so vocal about this strategy for many, many years now. So either way, if you need help shorting put options or you want to learn more, feel free to ask Tom, myself, or Hunter, or anyone else in the Discord, and we will make sure you are taken care of. But as we look at the market right now, we are heading into the final trading week of 2024, and there's a lot on the schedule for 2025 in all different senses, honestly. There's a lot going on, and the market is moving in a pretty exciting way. So I think we're set for a pretty exciting, especially next couple of weeks and months in the market. Besides that, thank you all so much for watching, and let's crush it in the market this week.